Alright guys, I'm back. I'm back with a new review finally. Infinity's still here. I've just been away for a little while. Um yeah, so I wanted to do a review for the Expendables. I saw it recently, about a week ago. I didn't want to do this review right away because I wanted to take some time to think about the movie and give a fair review, a fair and balanced review of it. To be honest, this movie is probably going to be the best action movie of this year. But I'll be honest, I think the movie was good. You know, it was a good film. But it had a lot of flaws to it. I think it really comes down to the fact that Stallone got a bit nervous with this film because I mean really there were so many guys in this movie. So I think what happened was he tried to do the best he could, but being that this is gonna be the first time that we have all these guys together, the amount of hype and excitement that people had was just ridiculous. So I think he fumbled the ball a little bit with the film because really there was not a lot that he can do in a situation like that to live up to all the hype. So I mean, really, the problems with the movie. Well, let me start with the good things first. The opening. Oh my god. See, the opening to this movie is probably one of the best action opening scenes probably ever filmed. And I'm actually being serious. I mean, I was sitting next to my friend at the time, and I had this huge grin on my face the whole time. My friend is looking at me like, "What the hell is wrong with this?" But I was like, "Yes." I mean, seeing those guys shoulder to shoulder. I mean, that was what the movie should have been. From there on, it's sort of. I mean, that scene. I won't spoil it for people who haven't seen the movie, but that made the whole movie for me. Just that's what I thought the entire movie was gonna be. But then you got situations like that story arc with Jason Statham that really and his girlfriend that didn't really go anywhere. I mean, I don't even know what that was in the movie. That whole section with him coming back and his girlfriend with another guy and all that. I'm like, why is this here? Why is this taking up time? I should be seeing more of what I just saw. These guys going out doing missions together as a team. The greatest action team ever assembled. So we have that, which takes up a good 20-30 minutes of the movie, and then they go back to it again later on in the movie, which I mean, it's a satisfying ending to what it was, but I mean, really, are you gonna take time out of? You've got the greatest action cast ever, and you're gonna take the time for just one guy and for something that's not even really. Come on, man. Cut that out of there. Nobody cares about that. Yeah, I mean, the action was good. A little bit too Jason Bourne for me. I mean, there was a lot of quick cuts. I could still tell what was happening, but the quick cuts were something that, I mean, don't really care for that stuff. But the big scene in the movie that really got me worried when I first saw it was the scene with Bruce Willis, Arnold, and Stallone in it. Which was the second best scene in the whole movie when Arnold walks in and you know, I actually gasped when Arnold walked in. And I knew who it was when those doors opened. But still, just seeing Arnie back, full force, Something about that guy. Something about that guy. Um, yeah, so he comes in, and I'm expecting him to say, a couple lines, and then later on come back in the movie a little bit more, and then hopefully show up at the end, and after the main mission is done, to say some more. But that's it. Really, that's all you get. Whatever you see in the trailer, that's all you get of Arnie and Willis. What the hell is up with that? So you're telling me that you've got this guy? It's not like they didn't promote the movie with Willis in it. I mean, Arnie, I could say yeah, because he's in politics. He probably didn't have time. But Willis he was in the movie for like 5 seconds. He didn't even do anything. He just said a couple lines, gave him the mission, and that's it. You never saw him again. So that was really the main problem with this movie. It devoted too much time to nonsense, and it didn't really. It was sloppy. It was sloppy. I'll admit it. I'll admit that. At the same time, though, I can't really say that it's a bad film because I still don't understand some basic fundamental stuff that really only old people, well, not really old, but he understands what he needs to do in order to get the action movie made properly. He made the right choices as far as, well, he kept there was almost no CGI really, except for the blood, which I don't know why that was there. But yes, honestly, the last 30 minutes were really the best part as far as the action goes, because that's really what we came to see in the movie anyway. Yeah, non-stop action for the last, I think, 20 or 30 minutes. I was actually getting tired of it. I was sitting in the theater and I was looking around like, I need a break. Like, I felt tired after the movie was done because of the last 30 minutes. They must have blown up at least. I've never seen so many explosions since like Batman Forever. They must have exploded at least. Don't even talk about like the bullets. They must have exploded at least 1,000 explosions in this movie. That's just crazy. Another big standout, Terry Crews. I'm not gonna spoil the scene, but he's got probably the best line in the whole film, and it's one of those infamous lines that people are gonna be saying for years. I will even go as far as to say that the line is up to "I'll be back" from Terminator 1. So overall, I mean, I did sort of get what I expected, but at the same time, I didn't, because there's a lot more that he could have done. I mean, the same thing goes for Mickey Rourke, who he's not even really in the movie. He's in the movie, but he's not really. He doesn't get any action scenes whatsoever. He says a few lines, sets up a story arc for Stallone to go back to the island. That's about it, really. I mean, a lot of people are underused. It's sad because they must have exploded at least 1,000 explosions in this movie. That's just crazy.